Hello students, today we start with the next chapter. That is, the name of the chapter is current electricity. In the last chapter, that is in the electrostatics, we study the properties of the electric charges when they are at rest. That means in the electrostatics we study the electric charges which are at rest. Now today we proceed further for the study of the electric charges when they are in motion. When the charges are in motion, we have to study the properties of that electric charges. That term is called as current electricity. That term is called as current electricity. Now in the 11th standard, in the chapter of current electricity, we have seen that the concept of EMF and Ohm's law. Again, in that chapter we have also seen the applications of Ohm's law in order to determine the resistances, equivalent resistances, when the resistors are in series or when the resistances are in parallel. But if the circuit is simple, that means if the circuit consists of only few number of components, then Ohm's law is easily applied in order to calculate or in order to determine the currents or the resistances or the potential differences in the part of the circuit. But when the circuit is complicated, that means if the circuit consists of more number of circuit components like capacitors, inductors, resistances, EMFs or the batteries, then Ohm's law is unable to determine the currents or the resistances or the potential differences in any of the branching point of that electrical network. And therefore, in order to calculate or in order to determine the currents, resistances or the potential differences at any junction of the electrical network, the scientist Kirchhoff formulated the two laws that named as a Kirchhoff's current law or Kirchhoff's junction law, that is the Kirchhoff's first law, and the second one, that is the Kirchhoff's second law, that is Kirchhoff's voltage law. Scientist Kirchhoff put forth or formulated the laws in order to determine the currents, resistances or the potential differences in any junction or in any branching point of the closed network where the circuit is complicated. Let us proceed further for the Kirchhoff's first law. That is Kirchhoff's first law. Kirchhoff's first law. This law is also called as current law or junction law. Kirchhoff's current law, or it is also called as junction law. Now first, before proceeding further for the Kirchhoff's laws, we have to understand some defined or some terms. So the first term is called as junction. Now junction means what? Junction is nothing but it is a point in a closed network. It is a point in a closed network where two or more conductors are joined together. म्हणजे सर्किट मध्ये एखाद्या पॉइंटला दोन किंवा दोनपेक्षा जास्त ज्यावेळी कंडक्टर्स जॉईन होतात त्या पॉइंटला जंक्शन असं म्हटलं जातं. जंक्शन इज ए पॉइंट इन an electrical network where the two or more electrical conductors are joined together. That is called as a junction. Then loop. The second term is loop. Now the definition of the loop is nothing but loop is a path in a conducting network. Conducting path of a network. Conducting path of a network which is closed. That is called as loop in the network. The electrical network मध्ये closed path जो असतो, closed conducting path, त्याला आपण लूप असं म्हणतो. त्यानंतर branching point. Branching point. Branching point is nothing but it is the part of the network. It is a part of the closed network where the two junctions are joined. Where the two junctions, or it is the part of the network. It is the part of the network where, or it is the part of the network between the two junctions. Between the two junctions is called as a branching point or branching part. It is the part of the closed network, or it is the part of the loop where which lies between the two junctions. म्हणजे दोन जंक्शन मधला जो पार्ट असतो त्याला आपण ब्रँचिंग पॉइंट असं म्हणतो किंवा ब्रँचिंग पार्ट असं म्हणतो. These are the some terms that is to be defined: junction, loop, and branching point. Now we proceed further for the next one, Kirchhoff's first law. Kirchhoff's first law. The statement of this Kirchhoff's first law is like this. Statement of Kirchhoff's first law: the algebraic sum of the currents, the algebraic sum of the currents at a junction in a closed network is equal to 0. Now this is the statement of Kirchhoff's first law. The algebraic sum of the currents at a junction or at any junction in a closed electrical network is equal to 0. म्हणजे सर्किट मध्ये जेवढे काय करंट्स असतील त्या करंटची सर्व बेरीज अल्जेब्रिक सम ती काय असते 0 असते. याला म्हणायचं किर्चॉफ्स फर्स्ट लॉ or current law or junction law. Now this law can be mathematically written like this: summation I where I is going from 1 to n is equal to 0. Summation I where I is going from 1 to n is equal to 0. Where that means the circuit consists of n the number of currents from I equal to 1 to n, then its summation I equal to 0. Now this is Kirchhoff's first law. Let us consider, if in a circuit, if you consider here, this is the junction, the point P is a junction, where let us consider these are the currents I1, I2, I3, I4, I5, I6. Let us consider in the circuit anywhere P is a point that is called as a junction. P is a point that is called a junction, and at that junction these are the currents I1, I2, I3, I4, I5, I6. Out of these total currents, I1, I4 and I5, I6. Current I1, त्यानंतर current I1, I4, I5 and I6. These are the current approaching the junctions. These are the currents approaching the junction. Where the currents I2, I3, these are the currents which are leaving the junction. म्हणजे या P या जंक्शन पॉइंटला I1 त्यानंतर I4, I5 आणि I6 एक जंक्शनच्या कडे एक करंट्स निघालेले आणि या ठिकाणी I2, I3 हे करंट्स काय आहेत जंक्शन पासून बाजूला निघालेले म्हणजे अकॉर्डिंग टू द साइन कन्व्हेन्शन ऑफ द करंट्स the currents which are approaching the junction are considered as positive, while the currents which are leaving the junction are considered as negative. Therefore, according to this sign convention of current we can write here, the currents I1 is positive here because this current is approaching the junction. I1, then I4, I5, I6 I1 plus I4 plus I5 plus I6. These currents are positive because these currents are approaching the junction. While the currents I2 and I3, it is I2 and I3, the currents which are leaving the junction. Therefore, these currents are negative. I2, I3 equal to 0. I1 plus I4 plus I5 plus I6 plus into bracket minus I2 plus into bracket minus I3 equal to 0. That means we can write here I1 plus I4 plus I5 plus I6 minus I2 minus I3 is equal to 0. That means we can write here I1 plus I4 plus I5 plus I6 equal to I2 plus I3. That means the currents which are approaching the junction, algebraic sum of the currents which are approaching the junction is equal to algebraic sum of the currents which are leaving the junction. I1 plus I4 plus I5 plus I6 equal to I2 plus I3. And this is called as Kirchhoff's first law, that is called as current law or junction law. Now this Kirchhoff's first law, it is summation of II equal to 0, obeys the principle of conservation of charge. Conservation of charge. Current is nothing but it is the rate of flow of charge. Therefore, the charge which is approaching the junction is equal to charge which is leaving the junction. That means the Kirchhoff's current law or the Kirchhoff's junction law obeys the conservation of charge. Conservation of charge. That means the algebraic sum of the currents at any junction in an enclosed network is equal to 0. And this is called as Kirchhoff's first law or Kirchhoff's current law or Kirchhoff's junction law. Now we proceed further for the Kirchhoff's second law. Kirchhoff's second law. Kirchhoff's second law. This is also called as voltage law. Kirchhoff's second law, which is also called as Kirchhoff's second law or voltage law. Now the statement of this law is like this. Statement of Kirchhoff's second law, voltage law. Now the algebraic sum of the potential differences and the EMFs in a closed loop is equal to 0. Now this is the Kirchhoff's second law, or it is also called as voltage law. The algebraic sum of the potential differences and the EMFs in a closed loop is equal to 0. म्हणजे एखाद्या सर्किटमध्ये असणारे टोटल नंबर ऑफ एखादं लूप जर आपण कन्सिडर केले, एक क्लोज नेटवर्क कन्सिडर केल्यानंतर त्या सर्किटमध्ये असणारे सर्व पोटेन्शियल डिफरन्सेस आणि त्या ठिकाणी असणारे सर्व EMFs यांची गोळाबेरीज किती असते? इक्वल टू 0. म्हणजे सर्किटमध्ये असणारे सर्व पोटेन्शियल डिफरन्सेस आणि EMFs यांची बेरीज काय असते? 0 असते. म्हणजे तुमच्या या ठिकाणी आपण या ठिकाणी लिहू शकतो, दॅट इज इन मॅथमॅटिकल मॅनर समेशन IR प्लस समेशन E इक्वल टू 0. समेशन IR प्लस समेशन E इक्वल 0. समेशन IR म्हणजे पोटेन्शियल डिफरन्सेस, दॅट इज द प्रॉडक्ट ऑफ करंट अँड रेजिस्टन्सेस ऑफ ईच पार्ट ऑफ द लूप. म्हणजे सर्किटमध्ये असणारे नंबर ऑफ लूप्स असतील, त्या प्रत्येक लूपमध्ये असणारे करंट अँड रेजिस्टन्सेस यांचा प्रॉडक्ट आणि त्या लूपमध्ये असणारे सर्व EMFs यांची बेरीज, या दोन्हींची बेरीज काय असते? 0 असते. समेशन IR प्लस समेशन E इक्वल टू 0. And this is Kirchhoff's voltage law. Now the sign convention which is applied, sign convention used for applying the Kirchhoff's voltage law in a closed network. Now here there are two parts. Part 1 is summation IR and second part is summation E. म्हणजे या ठिकाणी आपल्याला पहिल्यांदा पोटेन्शियल डिफरन्सेसला साइन कन्व्हेन्शन दिलं पाहिजे आणि त्यानंतर EMFला साइन कन्व्हेन्शन दिलं पाहिजे. आता ज्यावेळी आपण हा किर्चॉफ्स व्होल्टेज लॉ पोटेन्शियल डिफरन्ससाठी अप्लाय करतो त्यासाठी अशा प्रकारचं साइन कन्व्हेन्शन वापरायचं आहे. दॅट इज while tracing in the circuit, if we go along the direction of the conventional current, while tracing in the circuit through the resistance, if we go along the direction of the conventional current, then the potential differences is considered as negative. Potential differences is considered as negative. म्हणजे सर्किटमध्ये आपण कन्व्हेन्शनल करंटच्या डिरेक्शनमध्ये जर आपण ट्रेस केलं तर त्या डिरेक्शनमध्ये येणारे सर्व जे काही पोटेन्शियल डिफरन्सेस असतात ते आपल्याला निगेटिव्ह कन्सिडर करायचे आणि मग त्या ठिकाणी त्या कन्व्हेन्शनल करंटच्या अपोजिट डिरेक्शनमध्ये जर आपण ट्रेस केलो करंटच्या अपोजिट डिरेक्शनमध्ये जर आपण त्या ठिकाणी ट्रेसिंग केलं असेल तर ते पोटेन्शियल डिफरन्सेस काय असतात पॉझिटिव्ह असतात. दॅट मीन्स फॉर अप्लाइंग द किर्चॉफ्स व्होल्टेज लॉ टू ए क्लोज नेटवर्क फॉर द पोटेन्शियल डिफरन्सेस we have to use sign convention in the manner while tracing in the circuit through the external resistances. If we go in the direction of the conventional current, then potential differences is considered as negative, and if we go in the direction opposite to that of the conventional current, then the potential differences are considered as positive. For applying the Kirchhoff's law to the EMFs, now while tracing in the circuit, if we go within the source from positive terminal of the battery to the negative terminal of the battery, then the corresponding EMF is negative. Then corresponding EMF is considered as negative. And if we go within the source from negative terminal to the positive terminal of the battery, then the corresponding EMF is considered as positive. And this is the sign convention which must be applied for the EMF. That means, and this is the Kirchhoff's second law, the algebraic sum of the potential differences and the EMFs in a closed loop is equal to 0, and by applying the Kirchhoff's laws to the closed network, we have to consider the sign convention for the potential differences and also for the EMFs. For the potential differences, we have to use the sign convention by tracing in the circuit through the resistances, as if we go in the direction of the conventional current, then the corresponding EMFs, corresponding potential difference is considered as negative. As we go in the direction opposite to that of the conventional current, then the corresponding potential difference is considered as positive. For the EMF, while tracing in the circuit, as we go within the source from positive terminal to the negative terminal, the corresponding EMF is negative. And as if we go within the source from negative terminal to the positive terminal, then the corresponding EMF is considered as positive. And this is regarding the Kirchhoff's second law. Now let us take an example in order to understand the sign conventions of the Kirchhoff's voltage law. Let us take an example to understand the sign convention. Let us consider a closed network or an electrical network. Let us consider a closed network like this. This is the resistance R1, this is the resistance R2, this is the resistance R3, this is resistance R4, and this is resistance R5. Now this is a scale of EMF, suppose E1, this is positive terminal, this is negative terminal, and this is scale of EMF E2, this is positive terminal, negative terminal. Now this cell E1 sends a current I1. Now consider the electrical network A, B, C, D, E, F and G. This is the closed network A, B, C, D, F and G, where the resistances are R1, R2, R3, R4 and R5, and the EMFs are E1 and E2. Now this cell of EMF E1 sends current I1 through the resistance R1 and through this resistance R5. This is I1. Now this cell sends current I2. Current I2 here. Now the current through this resistance R5, current to the resistances करंट थ्रू द रेजिस्टन्स R5 इज इकडून आलेला I1 इकडून आलेला I2 म्हणजे हा आलेला आहे I1 प्लस I2 सपोज I1 प्लस I2 याला नाव दिलेलं आहे I3 नाव दिलेलं आहे I3. Now let us apply the Kirchhoff's voltage law. Let us apply the Kirchhoff's voltage law to the first loop A, B, F, G, A. हे पहिलं लूप आपण कसं केलं A, B, F, G, A या लूपमध्ये जर आपण Kirchhoff's voltage law अप्लाय केलं तर आपल्याला ॲप्लिकेशन इक्वेशन मांडता येईल. For applying Kirchhoff's voltage law to loop A, B, F, G, A. By applying the Kirchhoff's voltage law to loop A, B, F, G, A. आता या ठिकाणी Kirchhoff's voltage law अप्लाय करायचा आहे म्हणजे आपल्याला पोटेन्शियल डिफरन्सेस आणि EMFs यांचं साइन कन्व्हेन्शन वापरून या ठिकाणी इक्वेशन लिहायचं आहे. आता या ठिकाणी ह्या A, B लूप इथून आपल्याला ट्रेसिंग करायचं आहे. ट्रेसिंग द लूप इन दिस डिरेक्शन A, B, F, G, A. या ठिकाणी जर कन्व्हेन्शन डायरेक्शन करंट दाखवलेलं आहे I1 करंटची दिशा आणि ट्रेसिंगची दिशा जर एकच असेल तर करस्पॉन्डिंग जे काय पोटेन्शियल डिफरन्सेस असतात ते काय असतात निगेटिव्ह असतात. म्हणजे पहिला पोटेन्शियल डिफरन्स ठिकाणी काय आला I1 R1 मायनस I1 R1. परत पुढे गेलो आपण परत इकडे आलो इथं करंट आहे I1 प्लस I2 इक्वल टू I3 म्हणजे करंट आहे I3 डायरेक्शन तीच आहे सेम डिरेक्शन ऑफ द कन्व्हेन्शनल करंट I3 R5 मायनस I3 R5. परत या ठिकाणी या दिशेमध्ये आलो आपण F टू Z सेम डायरेक्शन आहे मायनस I1 R3 मायनस I1 R3 इन द सेम डिरेक्शन. आता या ठिकाणी EMF अप्लाय करायचा आहे. As we go within the source from negative to the positive terminal, then the EMF is considered as positive, and therefore we can write here plus E1 equal to 0. That means by applying the Kirchhoff's voltage law to the loop A, B, F, G, A, we have written this equation minus I1 R1 minus I3 R5 minus I1 R3 and this is plus E1 from negative to the positive terminal plus E1 equal to 0. That means we can write here I1 R1 plus I3 R5 plus I1 R3 equal to E1 म्हणजे इकडच्या टर्म्स सगळ्या तिकडे गेल्या की पॉझिटिव्ह झाल्या त्या ठिकाणी लिहिलेले आहे. दॅट मीन्स वी कॅन राईट हिअर I1 इज कॉमन हिअर I1 into bracket R1 plus R3 plus I3 R5 equal to E1. So this is the equation that we have to written by applying the Kirchhoff's voltage law to the loop A, B, F, G, A. Again we can apply this Kirchhoff's voltage law to the loop B, C, D, F, B. Applying Kirchhoff's voltage law to loop B, C, D, F, B. आता हा Kirchhoff's voltage law आपल्याला या लूपमध्ये अप्लाय करायचा आहे B, C, D, F, B आणि इक्वेशन मांडायचं आहे. आता जर आपण अप्लाय केलं तर या ठिकाणी बघा या डिरेक्शनमध्ये आपल्याला जायचं आहे या डिरेक्शनमध्ये जायचं आहे. इफ यू गो ट्रेसिंग इन द सर्किट इन दिस डिरेक्शन विच इज अपोजिट टू दॅट ऑफ द कन्व्हेन्शनल करंटची दिशा अशाच ठिकाणी आहे. करंटची दिशा या बाजूला आहे आणि आपण ट्रेसिंग या बाजूला करतोय म्हणजे या ठिकाणी EMF काय आला हा EMF आलेला आहे पॉझिटिव्ह म्हणजे सेम डायरेक्शन इन द डायरेक्शन ऑफ करंट असेल तर निगेटिव्ह असतो अपोजिट असेल तर काय येणार पॉझिटिव्ह असतो म्हणजे इथं काय येणार प्लस I2 R2 त्यानंतर इकडे आलो फ्रॉम विदिन द सोर्स फ्रॉम पॉझिटिव्ह टू निगेटिव्ह असेल तर EMF काय असतो निगेटिव्ह असतो मायनस E2 परत या ट्रेसिंगमध्ये आलो या ठिकाणी परत ट्रेसिंगची दिशा अशी आहे आणि डायरेक्शन करण्याची अशी दिशा आहे म्हणजे इथं परत आलं पॉझिटिव्ह I2 R4 प्लस I2 R4 आणि परत या दिशेमध्ये गेलो आपण परत या ठिकाणी EMF काय आला पोटेन्शियल डिफरन्स काय आला पॉझिटिव्हला I3 R5 प्लस I3 R5 इक्वल टू 0. समजलं का सर्वांना? दॅट मीन्स या ठिकाणी लूपच्या ट्रेसिंग करत असताना आपण बी पासून सी पर्यंत गेलो, हे पॉझिटिव्ह आलं कारण करंट या दिशेमध्ये अपोजिट दिशेमध्ये प्लस I2 R2 आलेला आहे. पासून सी पासून डी पर्यंत जाताना पॉझिटिव्ह टू निगेटिव्ह गेल्यामुळे EMF इथं मायनस आला, मायनस C2. पण डी पासून एफ कडे जाताना करंटची दिशा अपोजिट आहे, प्लस I2 R4, प्लस I2 R4. आणि फ्रॉम एफ टू बी जात असताना परत करंटची दिशा अपोजिट आहे, म्हणून इथं आलेलं प्लस I3 R5, प्लस I3 R5 इक्वल टू 0. Now here I2 is common here, then we can write here I2 into bracket R2 plus R4 plus I3 R5 equal to, now this minus E2 EMF becomes plus E2. Now this is the required equation. That means by applying the Kirchhoff's voltage law to the closed network in each part of the loop, we can write the equations, and then we can, if we know the values of circuit components like R1, R3, R5, current I1, I3, we can determine the EMF. म्हणजे सर्किटमध्ये असताना कोणताही ट्रेचिंग पॉईंटला करंट असेल, पोटेन्शियल डिफरन्स असेल किंवा EMF असेल, तर आपल्याला या ठिकाणी या इक्वेशनचा आधार घेऊन आपल्याला त्या ठिकाणी तो जो काही व्हॅल्यू असेल ते आपल्याला डिटरमाइन करता येते by applying the Kirchhoff's voltage law or by applying the Kirchhoff's current law. Now we stop here.